Hey guys, welcome back to NXT. I'm your commentator for the evening, Mississippi-o, and we are back. The world has been scratching its head for 2 days since the debut of this man. Indiana has attacked Johnny Gargano, Mr. Wrestling, Johnny Wrestling, and he made his intentions clear why, but the world is scratching their head. Why make a living at something and take it out on someone? He says he has no choice and this is the cards dealt and he still has to put money on the table. He has a life, he has a house, he's got to pay for it. But again, why attack Johnny Gargano? There's so many other wrestlers. It seems like he has this pet peeve for Johnny just because he loves his job and he loves wrestling. But enough about that for right now. Here is Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne, of course, teamed up with Johnny Gargano at War Games in a losing effort against the new rising NXT stars, NXT 2.0. This is going to be a fight, ladies and gentlemen. The Bruiserweight is coming down the aisle, and he seems ready to fight. Considering what we know about Indiana's fighting style in the ring, it is brute force, trying his best to put his opponent down as quickly as he can. With that being in mind, I don't think this one's going to be for the weak of heart, folks. And already, not trading punches, Indiana is really digging into poor Pete Dunne. Indiana nailing, but Pete Dunne reverses, and he starts laying into Indiana. Again, this is going to be a hard-hitting match, and it looks like these men are getting ready to beat the piss out of each other. And they are not going to stop. They're going to keep fighting, and Indiana with a knee to Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne is going to be seeing stars, and it looked like that really hurt him, folks. Referee looks tired already. He's had a heck of a night. Of course, this is our main event for the evening. And again, Indiana, his almost now famous trademark knee. He hits that knee, and it is over. Of course, Indiana hurt his knee in basketball, and that's what caused him to retire from basketball. And that knee brace that keeps him going has become a weapon in the ring. And Indiana is just not going to take anything easily. Pete Dunne grabs Indiana, picks him up. Oh! These gentlemen seem like they're going to be throwing each other around. Pete Dunne is going into that special place of pain. And it looks like Pete Dunne is going to have his way with Indiana here in the corner. And he's looking like he's scratching his eyes. Oh, Indiana's down. Indiana is down. Indiana showing some athleticism. He might have had to retire from basketball, folks, but Indiana is still a pretty good athlete. You know, he always said he wasn't the most athletic guy on the team, but he is the smartest. And I think if that can translate to wrestling IQ one day, along with what is some some athleticism, Indiana will be a very dangerous competitor in the ring. It's just if he, and now he's laughing at Pete Dunne. But it just, we have to see how he, what's the word I'm looking for? How he transfers to the ring. He went from the court to the ring, and it's going to be hard to tell how Indiana works his way doing this ring. He doesn't seem to be interested in learning the craft. He seems, again, he wants to win and get out as quickly as possible. And if that's his mindset, will he really learn? If not, I don't know how much longer Indiana's style is going to help him, but Pete Dunne is showing him a lesson in pain in the ring right now. Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight. When you get done fighting him, you're going to have bruises all over you. And to the lower back of Indiana. You know that's painful and miserable. Indiana reverses, going back up. Indiana has said that his fighting style is from growing up in the nice job, bro. Growing up in Mississippi, German suplex to Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne has definitely been rocked. And here is Indiana saying that it is going to be over soon. And he just is hammering on Pete Dunne now. But going back to what I was saying, Indiana said he learned how to fight in the backwoods of Mississippi. He said a country boy had to learn how to fight, and that's the only thing he needs, he says, in the ring. He doesn't plan on learning how to actually be a pro wrestler. He's here to win matches, get a paycheck, and leave. He is not concerned with championship gold, and he said his main goal right now is to hurt wrestling, to cause it the pain that he is going through after being cut from his basketball team. And it seems right now that's his only real mission, is to make money and hurt opponents who love pro wrestling. And right now he's going against Pete Dunne, and Pete Dunne is just a masterclass of a performer. Indiana does have a hard road ahead of him if he wants to beat Pete Dunne tonight. Pete Dunne flips Indiana over for the pin. 1, 2, 1.5. Indiana kicks out. And Pete Dunne going right back to the assault. Indiana rolls out of the way. Ooh, that knee brace again. Something that was probably giving Indiana nightmares. His biggest dread in life, his knee. That knee that blew out and cost him everything has become, ironically, one of his greatest weapons in the wrestling ring. Anytime he's in trouble, it looks like he goes to that knee brace. And he goes to a knee to the opponent's face. And every time, it looks like it rocks the opponent. I don't know how many more times Pete Dunne can take a knee to the face. And again, as I'm saying, Indiana's dread is now his biggest weapon. And it might be something in his conscience to make his opponents feel the dread he felt. If his knee took everything from him, his knee will now take everything from his opponents. And Indiana stopping to laugh at Pete Dunne and just staring at him. Just staring at him like he's wanting and trying to think about what more could he do to Pete Dunne to cause him pain. And Pete Dunne now on the ground. Indiana is picking him up. And again, double axe handle, and is just laying poor Pete Dunne out. And again, going back to old reliable, that knee. I'm scared to say, well, and again, a knee to the gut now to Pete Dunne, wiping probably all of the stamina. If you've ever been kicked in the stomach before, you know how it is. That knocks the wind, knocks the sails out of it. And it looks like it's affected Pete Dunne. He got a reversal, but he didn't really have the stamina to capitalize on it. He's still catching his breath, and Indiana laid in them hammers. Just really tearing up Pete Dunne now. Oh no. I think that's Johnny Gargano's music. Is Johnny Gargano here? No. It doesn't look like it. It looks like he's just distracting Indiana. Maybe payback for that attack Indiana gave to Johnny Gargano after the War Games main event. And Pete Dunne's capitalizing. Oh, finisher! Indiana could be out of it. He could be done. 1, 2. Oh, Indiana was in trouble of taking his first loss in NXT with the assist from Johnny Gargano. And now Pete Dunne just biting Indiana's fingers. Indiana looks like he is in trouble here now, folks. He's rocked. I don't think he knows where he is. Oh, but Indiana reverses. Indiana with a double axe handle. Indiana looks like he just knows. Indiana going for his choke slam. He has a unique way of delivering his choke slam when he turns it into a power bomb. And Indiana signaling for the Mississippi Slam now. Looks like he's going to have Pete Dunne get up and get ready for this maneuver. And Indiana, Mississippi Slam to Pete Dunne, and it could be over, folks. But Pete Dunne with the last bit's effort. Indiana punches, and Indiana's trying to get out of dodge. He fears Pete Dunne. Roll up. 1, 2, and Indiana with the sleazy victory. It seemed like Pete Dunne Pete Dunne might have had Indiana's number there for a minute. Indiana went for the Mississippi Slam, his finishing maneuver, and looks like Pete Dunne had it scouted and used his stamina, the adrenaline in his blood to get up from it. But Indiana, showing some ring IQ, rolls him up to get out of it. Oh, Johnny Gargano out of nowhere! He's DDT'd Indiana to his head on that outside floor. And it looks like Pete Dunne is getting his revenge for War Games. Indiana is rocked in a chair to the face. Indiana's not going to be walking this off. He might regret making Johnny Gargano an enemy. Johnny Gargano, Indiana's up. Indiana misses the knee though, and again another DDT on the outside. You probably can justify Indiana's missing his punching because of the steel chair to the head. And Johnny Gargano just slamming the chair now. And oh, it looks like he accidentally hit Indiana's ankle. And how many more injuries to the legs can Indiana surely sustain and still be able to even wrestle? So that has to be going through his mind right now. Has he made an enemy that he does not want? And Johnny Gargano is just beating Indiana with that chair and another outside DDT. Indiana might have a concussion with all the chair shots and DDTs to the outside. Indiana might be seeing 3 Johnny Garganos right about now. And oh, Indiana goes into the steel stairs. Again, I'm guessing he is regretting making Johnny Gargano an enemy right now. Johnny Gargano riling up the crowd now. And he gets Indiana up and is just hammering into him now. Just hammering into him now. And just, again, Indiana has not recovered since the first DDT. He had a hard-fought match with Pete Dunne, and those two hit each other. And again, Indiana, as soon as, oh, and Johnny Gargano going after the uninjured knee of Indiana. Again, attacking Indiana's legs. And that fear has to be in Indiana's mind. What happens if Johnny Gargano hurts the other knee? What happens if he hurts the ankle? Indiana talked about he has to do wrestling to make a living. And he might regret making Johnny Gargano an enemy when Indiana could have just come, wrestle matches, and collect that paycheck. He might have let his personal differences really ruin him here. And Indiana, again, might have a concussion at this point. Johnny Gargano, and you have to wonder, is Johnny Gargano done now? He keeps taunting. He's asking for Indiana to get up. And he looks like he's getting ready to put an end to this fight. It has been a hard one for Indiana. A hard-fought match against Pete Dunne, and then Johnny Gargano. Indiana, though, steals some life in him. He tries to pick up Johnny Gargano. Indiana, oh, again, is fighting for his life, it seems. He might finally have Johnny Gargano here, but Johnny Gargano breaks out. He's fresh. He hasn't had a match tonight. And he looks like he's going to take it out. And again, a stomp right to the uninjured knee of Indiana. It looks like he's getting Indiana up. Just some slobber knockers to his face. And oh, LaBelle lock. LaBelle lock to Indiana. Indiana could tap out, but Johnny Gargano lets him go and lets him stay down. Johnny Gargano riling up the crowd now. And it looks like Johnny Gargano's telling something to Indiana. Something about a rookie. He wanted this fight. I think he said, now you have it. Johnny Gargano laying down the law on this episode. We hope you like this video. If you like the video, subscribe if you're new. And until the next video, I will see you guys later. Peace.